me, my sidekick today, Jill. We're going to show you how to do some flawless foundation using our Limelife foundation and concealers. Jax is here too. He's just too short. So we're going to use our Limelife foundation and concealers to show you guys how to get perfect looking skin. So if you're interested in learning some tips and tricks on foundation, stay tuned. I'm going to be showing you guys how I use my Limelife foundation. So this foundation comes in a pellet form, just like this. So these foundations are really highly pigmented. They are actually 50% pigmentation. So most foundations that you can buy in like the drugstore and stuff are 18 to 23, and professional brands are usually 23 to 30. So this is really high in pigmentation, so a little bit goes a long way. So first of all, I prep my skin. I used our Quench cleanser. So I just took that, washed all my sleepiness away from the morning. And then once or twice a week, depending how dry my skin gets and stuff, I like to use our Bamboo Renew to exfoliate. So it basically just looks like dirt, but it smells really good. It smells like lemongrass, and it is wonderful. It really helps with my forehead wrinkles that I have coming in here. And then after I'm done exfoliating, you have to put moisture back into your skin. Like, you've removed all those dead skin cells, so you want to put moisture back in, because honestly, you guys, if you have good skincare, your foundation will look flawless. So this puts some moisture back into my skin after I've removed all those dead skin cells. So I'm going to show you two different ways of how I apply this. So first one is taking our blender full. This is originally yellow. It's really dirty for me using it. And I just take it and I just do 2 to 3 twists in this here. And first I start off, I just like place it onto my skin. And then I just grab a little bit more for my forehead. And I just start by swiping it on. And then I go back in and I pounce. So doing this really pushes the foundation into all your fine lines and wrinkles and makes you have that overall smooth complexion. So make sure to really get in these creases, you guys. And yeah, just bounce this into your skin. So first of all, I guess I should have mentioned, this is wet. So when you take a beauty blender, you need to go underneath the sink and squeeze it a bunch of times to get it full of moisturize.
Full of water.
Anyways, and it will expand, and then the moisture will be left in the sponge. And when you apply that to your face, it helps to really make you look like you have a really flawless complexion. And just blend it into your hairline, but don't go too far back. Nobody wants to look like you have like makeup all the way back here in your hairline, but just make sure that you don't have a gap between your hairline and your face. And I am avoiding my under eye area directly right here, because I'm gonna go in with a concealer and I don't wanna double up because it's gonna start looking cakey. You guys can see like a little bit goes a long way. So now I barely have anything left on here. And I'm just gonna pull it down into my neck just to blend it out. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a little bit of like a dense brush, so it's pretty like solid. So I'm gonna pick it up on here. Hey, buddy. Jax, come say hi. Come say hi. No? You're camera shy? Jill will come. There she is. So I'm going to take it again, and I'm just gonna take the brush. I'm barely gonna go into the pan, like lightly touching, and just to get a few swipes on there. And then it's super buildable, you guys. So if I would rather start off with less than all of a sudden have way too much and waste the product. So just pick up the product lightly and just barely touching the skin, just buff. And just meet up with your other side there. Again, blend up into your hairline once you have a little bit less product on there. You can just see I'm very lightly buffing. Like it's such a soft touch, you guys. I can barely feel the brush on my face. Like, I'm not sitting there and pressing it into the skin. I'm just buffing lightly. And again, there's like barely anything left on my brush, like it's kind of up here. I'm just gonna blend it into my neck. We don't want any lines of demarcation. My foundation is on using two different methods, the Blenderful, which is just like a regular beauty blender, and a brush. So I avoided directly underneath here where most people get their bags. I've got a little bit of a bag situation going on there right now. But now I'm going to do my concealer. So I've got two different colored concealers. I have a lighter one and I have one that matches my foundation. So any spots that I have, like any acne or dark spots, aging spots, anything like that, pick it up with your beauty blender for this side and you just take the tip. So there's a flat end here and then there's a tip here. So just take that and just press it in there a few times and any spots. I don't really have a lot, but I will try to find some. Basically, I just put the bulk of the product right in the center and then I just go and I buff around it just to blend it in. And again, don't pull and swipe because when you do that, your makeup will just move and come off. So instead, just make sure that you're doing light pouncing motions. And for the other side, what I do is I take a concealer brush and pick it up and any blemishes on this side. And again, bulk of the product over what you're trying to hide and then just fan it out into the rest of the foundation that you already have on. Okay, so I have that on. So now I'm going to start highlighting my under eye to cover up those under eye bags. So first of all, I warm it up just with my finger in the pan. And then I take it and I just go down and out with it. And then I just blend it out with my finger a little bit first. And then I go back in with that pointy end and I just press it into the skin. And again, don't swipe underneath your eye because you'll end up creating more of like a streaky look and it'll settle into those fine lines underneath our eyes. And that's not what we're going for. We're looking for like a flawless complexion. And same thing for the other side. I just warm it up in the pan with my finger, pick it up, and I just go down here, out, and I just blend that out. And then I just have a smaller brush that I use for this part, and I just lightly go in and I just blend it out. And it's just a buffing motion, you guys. Remember, don't do swiping. And then I'll just go back in with this guy and make sure it's super blended. So now I have my foundation entirely applied, same with my concealers, my highlighter underneath my eye to cover up those bags. And now I'm going to set it with a translucent powder. And so I just have a tapered brush and I'm just gonna pick that up for this side here. And again, no swiping motions, just pat it in there just to set your concealer because the heat of your face will heat up your foundation and your concealers and cause them to move throughout the day. Whereas doing this and setting everything in place will stop that from happening. For the other side, you just take your beauty blender or Blenderful, take a few swipes of it, and with the moisture in the Blenderful, it helps to really set it. It helps to make a really flawless under eye area. And then I like to set my T-zone, so I just grab a fluffy brush, pick some up. So that is it for my flawless foundation tutorial, you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can find me at Beauty by Kassie Marie on Facebook and on Instagram. And I would love if you guys could send me like suggestions of things you want to see because I am looking for ideas. So anything that comes to mind, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. So have a great day and I hopefully will see you soon. Bye.